Hi, AJ Cataldo in Cambodia, and I thought I'd go ahead and cover this. It just so happens I met the parents of this young man on a cruise from Singapore to Bali, Indonesia in January of this year. And we were up on deck 11, and they were telling me about their ordeal getting their son's wife, who had him murdered, uh, getting her convicted. And I'll walk through some points. I do have a link. Go ahead and go to the actual YouTube. Evelyn Davis had her security guard boyfriend murder her husband, Stephen Davis. There is the link, and that's the link you want to watch. I met the parents and one of the sisters on a celebrity cruise. They said they had a book. I was looking for the book. I was going to put the book link on here. Uh, The woman was from Duran Samar, Philippines, an island with no water, no electric, no sanitation, extraordinarily poor. And her ambition was to become a bar girl and marry an American. So she was a prostitute for several years. She went to Angeles City. That is the Philippines sex capital. You can find a lot of YouTubes of Westerners walking through Angeles City, walking street, and you can see really, really old Western men with young prostitutes going, they pay what's called a bar fine. They go back to their hotel. They have them for the night. What shocked me is you might have to pay $100 or more bar fine for the prostitute, but the prostitute only earns about $400 a month. So these guys who own these bars, I mean, they are raking it in, keeping all the money, and the Filipina gets nothing. What does the Filipina do with the $400? Well, frequently their family sends them to Angeles City to make money and send it back to support the family, and they do that. They sacrifice. Evelyn became a bar girl at the age of 13. She had to lie about her age to get the job. And she did it for several years before meeting this man. She had zero education, and there was only a 10-year age gap. She liked her husband because he was not an old man, because obviously old men, were coming in from the West and South Korea. A lot of Koreans in Angeles City on Walking Street. She's probably getting paid by a lot of smelly old Western men coming there, sex tourists, they're called. And so she met a young man, and the guy's knocking down 60,000 pounds a year salary. That's what, $90,000 a year US? And that was back in around 2000. So that's 25 years ago. This guy was making a lot of money. She had a live-in maid. She had an expensive house. She had a large allowance. He supported her family. Now, if you watch any of the YouTubes on the Philippines and an awful lot of them are YouTubers trying to entice older men to come to the Philippines and be a sugar daddy and get a young Filipina. And you'll see a lot of comments on those videos, and it's comments from expats warning other expats, if you have life insurance, do not disclose it. Don't let your Filipino know. It did cost the parents 75,000 US to pay the investigators and police. Now, these murders occur in America too, but the police usually do their job. In the Philippines, they don't. And they had to buy, it's in the video. It's in the video. They are retired in Spain. They have both children. I mean, this woman had two children with this man. He's treating her like a queen. He actually said she's his queen. She had it made. She went from poverty, extreme poverty, never went to school because in the Philippines, and you'll see this in the provinces, you'll see kids not going to school and they're helping mom or dad with the sorry store, or they're working. It's very interesting. They don't see the value of the education, or they're so poor and concerned about poverty that the kid has to work. They did finally get her convicted. Life sentence, murder, treachery, 2004. She got life for 40 years. They did find 14 witnesses to testify. It took them 2.5 years to do this. Again, they're retired in Spain. They have the grandkids. They're taking care of the kids. But this is something, and like I said, this happens in the U.S. as well. But there's a lot of this in the Philippines. Now, I'm in Cambodia. I'm not seeing any stories like that. The culture's different. I think the culture in Cambodia is probably, quite frankly, better than America, although I lived in some wonderful communities in America. I think my favorite in terms of culture was Kane, Pennsylvania. People help you. If someone was in trouble in the town, it was a small town. Neighbors came in to help. When I got my cancer in America, people contacted me and said, if you need us, because when you're doing chemo, you're very weak. And they contacted me and they said, if you need us to do grocery shopping and take you to the store, let us know. It's just a wonderful culture. So you have these wonderful cultures and you have these occasions where a spouse murders their spouse, but probably more prevalence in the Philippines. I'm not seeing any of that in Cambodia. I've been here more than 10 months. I've seen nothing but good people here in Cambodia. If you're an older man and you want a young Filipina, go ahead and go to Philippines for a few months, but come to Siem Reap in Cambodia before you make your decision. Uh, my opinion, too much foreigner money, too many years in the PI. It's for decades foreigners have been coming in. And if you're getting $1,000 Social Security every month, some of them consider you rich. Please subscribe, please like, please make comments. I'd love to hear your stories. I know there are a lot of successful, wonderful marriages with Filipinos, but most of the comments I'm getting and have seen is these wonderful marriages have been going on for 20, 30, 40 years. And I think the climate has changed quite a lot. Again, subscribe, like, make comments. Have a good day.